Lagos, a metropolitan city with a population of over 20 million people, has ambitions to transform into a smart city and a 21st century economy. Lagos State is not without its attendant challenges, and the Lagos State government is set to take on these challenges head-on. The Lagos State Governor, His Excellency Babajide Sanwo-Olu, set out to position Lagos State as one of the world's knowledge hubs and ecosystem. In 2019, the Lagos State government inaugurated the Lagos State Science, Research and Innovation Council, LASRIC, with a mission to create wealth, growth, and tackle societal challenges through the application of science and technology.
Lagos Science and Research Council will be having a seed money of 250 million for all of you tech hubs that are here to go engage them and see and believe and dream and see that your tomorrow has started today.
LASRIC is a council which is different from the ministry and is different from the government per se. We wanted it to work outside government. It's a gift by the government, but it has to be managed properly, which means it should not suffer the bureaucracy of government, or even there is no influence as far as government is concerned.
So on a day-to-day basis, we try and turbocharge the mechanisms that we use to solve these problems. Now, how do we do this? We intervene through a series of programs within the innovation ecosystem. We launch and we drive technology projects in Lagos that will deliver on economic value.
In May 2020, LASRIC initiated a call-out for research initiatives and innovative ideas in the area of manufacturing, food security, COVID-19 and health management. Entries were received from all over the state. Lagosians demonstrated ingenuity and capacity for developing concepts that makes life better.
So we look at who are the drivers, who will make these things happen, and do they have the capacity and the tendency to be able to make it happen. Because the value proposition may be very good, but if the right people are not there, it will not happen.
In August 2020, the government made good their promise by redeeming its commitment to fund research and development initiatives.
It gives me great pleasure to be here today. It is in many respects a landmark day. A day that cements the commitment this administration has for the advancement of science and technology in Lagos.
The qualified candidate and would-be beneficiaries represent initiatives and ideas that are ready to resource for the development of Lagos. The funds recipient deployed resources received from the government to create resourceful, tangible development, lifting our people out of poverty and advancing knowledge.
Naija Kids an EdTech company that brings accessible and affordable education to children using technology and gamification.
Jivo is a tech-enabled solution that aggregates, educates, and incentivizes residents in the communities to recycle their waste. We also provide incentives for them to do that. And through this process, we create value within the communities, creating jobs, and providing a means of livelihood through these recyclables that they process.
We are an ag-tech enterprise that helps smallholder farmers operate at commercial scale. What that means is we provide farmers with access to information, to know what to grow, how to grow, with a focus on improving regenerative farming practices.
There are widespread interventions that university decided to go into. One of it was the development of the ventilator for addressing respiratory challenge in patients that are affected by the infection. Incidentally, as it were, around that time, Nigeria was said to have less than 500 ventilators for over 200 million people.
Yeah, we heard about the LASRIC fund sometime in the middle of the COVID period. It was actually one of my colleagues that found it, Ufoma, and she worked on the application throughout. And of course, we were part of an interview process. That was where I really got to understand more about the people behind it and the process around it. So yes, in terms of helping us achieve, it was really instrumental at that stage of the business when we got the funds, because it was used to help us prove some of the concepts that we had identified and wanted to pursue. For example, processing materials into PPE was something we were able to use the funds for. So in the last year, we've been able to make over 20,000 units of face shields and face masks for the communities based on the recyclables collected. That might have been more difficult to do without the LASRIC intervention.
So our LASRIC project was about taking the games to the public schools. I'm wanting to take it to a number of the public schools in Lagos so that they can have fun learning, using technology, and be exposed to digital skills. The LASRIC fund was really God sent. So we've actually been doing this initiative in a much smaller scale. So with the LASRIC grant, what that allowed us to do is go from 60 children to 5,000. And we're really grateful to Lagos State and the LASRIC grant for making this possible.
For us as researchers, for us as innovators, what we did was a demonstration of what we call proof of concept. If not for LASRIC, that proof of concept will not have gotten to this stage.
The LASRIC fund has helped us significantly. The office right behind me is something that we were able to afford through the LASRIC grant. We're also able to grow our team from a number of 3 people to 10 people, and also we're able to scale our product development and the number of farmers that we're able to support. So the LASRIC fund has been quite critical in our growth trajectory.
Yes, I think I would like to say, of course, it's a very laudable initiative, and I think it should be kept up.
I'll start with saying a big thank you! Thank you for helping our dreams come true.
This is in the right direction in terms of providing funding to entrepreneurs. I also think that policies that help for a more suitable business environment should be looked into.
So Lagos State should not relent. They should continue to show that leadership that they have been showing among the committee of states that we have in Nigeria. They should continue to support researchers. They should continue to support innovators. They also should continue to build capacity.
The launching of LASRIC Grant Fund goes ahead to cement the unwavering commitment of this administration to not only build better solutions, but to find innovative ways to create a better Lagos for all.